And there we go, quickly introducing the teams. It will be Saksa playing on the Wind Ranger, PPD, the captain on the Wind to Wyvern, Mind Control. Our TI winner stand-in on the Centaur Warrunner. Fata actually playing the safe lane Huskar. Wow, are they actually doing a Drow? It will be a dual mid lane. Ace on the Drow Ranger. On the Dire side for Pain Gaming, Archangel playing on the Chaos Knight. You will have Misery playing on the Chen. You're going to have Weeha playing on the mid Tiny. Mr. King Gao. King RD playing on the Earth Spirit. And Tavo on the Enigma. So already wandering around into the enemy jungle just to try and spot the lane out. Perhaps looking for that courier snipe. But Fata actually has to pull tangos. Now I think Ace is going to help him block the wave. I think this is what's happening here. He's going to help him block the wave. Well, Fata just kind of baits, just in case, you know. Feels like that's what's going on. Because I don't think Drow's a good lane against the tiny mid. It's something which you don't really want to see. And they should be having some fun contesting this top bounty run. Unless, of course, Pain Gaming decide that they don't want to play against it. But hold it out with the Chen and the CK. They might considering going for this. They do get the stomp out. Even the Saksa is here. HFN, he needs to get the hell out of there. Alright. So, just like that. Looks like the Drow having a bit of a solo lane for now. Probably realized that they need to prioritize giving him that solo EXP, but no, actually looks like Saksa will end up going back to the bottom lane, like I said, with the Wind Ranger actually prioritizing the Centaur top. So they realized that this game they need the Centaur to get a great start, or at least a good enough start that he can go around controlling the tempo of the game for NiP. Mid lane, you know, Weeha getting zoned out a little bit. The creep wave wasn't exactly where he liked. Fata does get a superior block, but because of this, actually the wave will push in. This is the best period where, you know, especially for the tiny, you can trade hits with the Huskar, who did go for the level 1 flaming spears. Bottom lane is where all the mess is at with the Enigma pick. This is something which they're confident with. They get a shackle onto King RD. Earthshaker might actually end up going down here. This should be first blood. Saksa with the first blood. And already the Wind Ranger pick. I had my doubts, but it's starting to shine. Top lane, they're trying to get a couple of zones out. They do get the stun onto the Centaur. Mind control is low. Still has the hoof stomp. But there's nothing left. Just salves up. So not a good stuff for Pain Gaming. Oh, they actually get a wonderful shackle for Saksa. And Tavo, he has to be very careful. Tangos and 4 mangoes. This guy's going for straight out sustainability in the lane. Very curious as to see what his itemization will go into, which will shed some insight on how they will go for the lanes. Splinter Blast just to mess around with the CK a little bit. We are going for the toss combo, trying to go here into Fata. Brings him quite low, but he has the Berserker's Blood. Actually diving under the tower for this. Needs one more hit. Blocked by the creep wave. No, Fata's still alive. Has the HP, but Weeha ends up going down to the tower, and Fata somehow survives that. Whew. Not sure if that was necessary. And that's going to deny him quite a fair bit of EXP, including one range creep. And that's going to be 72, but, you know, they're kind of even still on the CS chart. Top lane, once again, trying to go here onto the CK. Misery, just trying to mess around with the Hellbear Smasher, but nothing they can do. But 2-0 to NiP. I still feel this is a very awkward lane, probably because we don't see this too often between the Enigma and the Earth Spirit. It's just very messy at the moment. You know, CS-wise, it's 5-6. The Drow's actually doing okay. Ace is at 9-1. Gonna be picking up the first Wraith Band. And then again, you know, just to recap back about to what Weeha was doing, you know, he's walking to the Rune of Destiny. But the reason why, to him, you know, it's okay to go with that level of aggression so early on is because that's the best window to exploit against a Huskar before he becomes really hard to kill. You saw just with that level 1 Berserker's Blood how hard it is to kill that hero. Alright, so Mind Control. Getting gone on here, the slow. Very hard. Alright, so just going to quickly turn up the in-game volume a bit for you guys. Alright, so there we go. Well, I'm not surprised. If NiP gets this good start, their Drow strat, this is something which PPD, they've played with a lot. In fact, it's always been first phase banned by a lot of teams. You name it, VP, they all do it. But hold on, nice boulder smash onto 2 by King RD. There's just no damage. Like, I'm pretty sure this wasn't really the plan, and now he's actually zoned out of the lane. At this point, it actually feels like he's just here leeching EXP from Tavo. It's not ideal when you have a hero like an Earth Spirit basically playing the babysitting role. And Fata, of course, with the level advantage after that kill in the middle lane, he's happy to zone Weeha out. He has the level advantage besides the CS. And right now, Pain Gaming, these guys are actually struggling very hard. Like Misery, like I said, on this trend, playing the babysitting role. Not ideal, but hold that thought. Bottom lane with the power shot. They have enough damage on Tavo. Boulder smash to try and help save him a tiny bit. But Saksa, he's been very on point with these shackles so far. Oh, Weeha did pick up a regen rune early on with the avalanche toss combo. Not enough damage to Fata as he's actually zoning Weeha out. Takes a couple of hits from the tower as well. You can see the level of aggression out here from NiP. They've prioritized putting a very, very deep board behind the tier 1 tower. They want to zone, and the CK is not getting the best of farm. Okay, I mean 20 and 6, I say that, but I don't know. I just feel it's not good enough. Oh, they're actually trying to go here onto Misery. He's caught PPD, has the Satyr, has another blast in 5 seconds. But PPD does still take the bounty, and will this actually be a solo kill here for Misery? Chasing him down, actually, pops the stick charges, he's gonna be okay. But looks like Misery here gonna be in trouble to mind control. A couple more hits, and of course, down he goes. Arctic Burn also doing nice bits of damage from a nice comfortable range. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so 5-0 NiP. I would say they are crushing the laning phase with this Drow strat. And especially since the Drow is top of the CS chart, this just means that Fata, his damage is amplified by quite a huge amount. Gets that sneaky Observer Ward down, but it's immediately pinged out by Saksa. He knew what was happening. They have this Observer Ward here. The D Ward actually from Pain Gaming didn't really work out. Just a bit too much to the left. So I feel like the mid-game objectives, the win conditions are getting easier and easier. Your sense. Oh, hold that thought in the middle lane. Fata jumping onto Weeha. With the Arctic Burn, Weeha should be dying. He's trying to get the kill down with him at least. But Fata now level 7. NiP. 3,000 net worth advantage. And they are snowballing pretty much out of control. Misery, he was trying to get into mind control. But like I said, the Centaur, this is a pick which is very highly prioritized. Oh, they actually get the shackle onto the Earth Spread. King RD. Kind of stuck if they have the arrows. He's going for the boulder smash to break the trees. Saksa still got power shot him through. The damage is there. But Tavo trying to save him. Doesn't even have mana for the Maledict. And poof. Alright, they actually do back out. Surviving for now, but the damage is done. Drow, he's doing real good. They should get another shotgun, another power shot. They're just going to zone him out. Almost dodges the boulder smash. And Tavo, one more hit. Saksa gets it. The Drow aura is disgusting. And in the middle lane, Huskar. Flame break. He did try to jump into the tiny, but with Misery here, he does get the slow toss for the stomp. They could get the hoof stomp. Oh wow, Huskar! Will he actually go down? Yes, he do. So a bit of salvation here from Pain Gaming as Misery gets the kill onto Fata, and it's a high priority kill. Much needed. And Misery, now he can start to farm up, take up shop behind the tier 1 tower. This is where they realized this was the adjustment they desperately needed. But Saksa with this Invis rune, there is no sentry in the middle lane. Can he perhaps find Misery? I'm pretty sure he knew what was happening. Oh, they know what's going on. King RD TP is in, but the shackle is too late and Fata goes down. That is game tilting stuff. And Misery, he still found Saksa. Almost tries with the courier snipe, but doesn't have enough damage. But that's still a very nice kill. The power of this ward. Fata TPing in like that, and Misery. That's going to set back the Huskar's timing a little bit. And just like that, the CK is actually climbing ahead. So this game, now you look at the net worth, it's actually not that far. Weeha, oh, he's trying to go for the double damage, getting the avalanche, but PPD gets the kill. And Fata tips, the tip. But middle lane, it's time for Star Wars to happen. It's all the tiny little clone wards will start popping in for the Enigma. He wants to dive behind the tier 1 tower ace. I'm pretty sure he knows what's going on. They had this ward early on, which should have given them a tiny bit of vision for that rotation. But then again, the Chen's been off the map for a bit. He hasn't shown. And you can see the Drow. He's out. He's TP straight to the top. And they want to pressure the CK a tiny bit more. Is he actually going for a Midas? Should be an armlet, I believe. Picks up the treads. Alright. And Misery is spotted out by Saksa. Does get the stomp. Getting out the slow into Saksa. Looking for the Hellbear smash to slow, but the Centaurs actually slowed him out. Phantasm going to be proc just to farm. But now they're going to dive under the tier 1. King RD. Looks like they weren't really on the same page for that, but now that the supports have shown, this opens up the tier 1 tower top for NiP. We haven't seen a Stampede used as well. Pain Gaming, no, they want to pressure now. They're seeing it bringing a huge array of heroes, the entirety of that team, besides the CK, under the tier 1 tower. But that's a nice Winter's Curse. They should be able to get the kill here onto the chin. PPD gets that kill. But looks like Saksa with the Stampede, they want to get him, but the old toss avalanche combo. Saksa will actually still get away. The range up, but no, the tree grab from Weeha. And Fata getting solo killed here by the CK. And this Huskar, he had a great laning phase, but looks like it's not exactly paying off. 4-9. Pain Gaming show a strong response as they will try to trade for a tier 1 tower. Top NiP, they open up the Dire jungle. With Mind Control picking up that very nice Vanguard. I actually would have liked the Hooded Defiance this game as well, but they're prioritizing, seeing as most of that damage will come from the CK. And Saksa looking for the backstab. He's gone for the Focus Fire already. Looking for the Shackle. Looking for the Shackle. Should be able to get it. Yes, he does. Looking for the Power Shot. Tabo coming in. Oh, actually soaking up the damage together, but Weeha getting solo killed by Saksa. This Wind Ranger, usually that would not have been the case, but the power of the Drow Aura paying off its dividends. And PPD, hold that thought. Oh, he's actually found Misery, or has Misery found him? They get the slow. PPD, no HP. He has the Mango, but he doesn't have a TP, and PPD will die to the tower. Misery getting the kill for that. Nice chunk of EXP as well. So 10-5. Lots of action happening in this game 1. And looks like the Tomb of Knowledge has been purchased on the Winter Wyvern. Who will he give it to? It's really surprising to see that this Drow Ranger, 10 minutes in, he's the highest net worth hero. Levels wise, not so much. Right, he's going to be trying to buff up that Huskar. But right now, the problem with the Huskar is not damage output. It's survivability. He needs that. I would say one more here to pretty much just watch him, because Pain Gaming, they're putting a lot of pressure on Fata. He's more than half his team's kills. With deaths. Well, King RD and Misery. Can the King and Misery inflict some hurt onto NiP in the middle lane? Just as I said that, Saksa, he's watching Fata. He knows. He knows that the damage is coming, but wow, the toss in! The Phantasm! They will go! And everybody just dies on the side of NiP, all under that tier 1 tower. They go for more, they want to die for ace. And this will be a tier 1 tower. Pain Gaming, they truly find their way to jump in. And they show no mercy. They'll take what they can, and they'll take it. Wow. So PPD, it looks like he was staring at the ward. He's like, there's a ward there, but can't really take it out. He doesn't have the sentry yet. Waiting for the courier. Alright, so he does get that, but the King RD, hello, so it's a party. And PPD will be dragged into the Archangel's arms, and that's not what he meant by the love of God. Oh god. That was nasty. And Mind Control, still trying to farm up his Blink Dagger. And this is something which, having that standard, yes, he's a great player, but sometimes having that standard, when you haven't really scrimmed together enough, the chemistry, it seems a bit lacking. Like NiP, they just don't seem like they're really on the same page. Pain Gaming are actually getting some serious momentum, having claimed 2 tier 1s. They're already starting to pressure the bot tier 2. Helm of Dom card, he's waiting for it perhaps. PPD, oh, the Power Shot and the Splinter Blast. Tabo loses half his HP. Has to be careful with Misery. But top lane looks like they may want to go into Mind Control. Oh, the Chaos Bolt pulling him into their loving arms. King RD. Channel Pop is out trying to save Mind Control. The Stampede, nice boulder smash. But they can't kill the Centaur, he's way too tanky. Another Chaos Bolt, but that's because over in the bottom jungle looks like Misery does get the stun. And actually the Avalanche Toss combo, it won't be enough damage. No, it will not. Fata, Weeha, even with that double damage, when now they pop the shrine, looks like Weeha will pay for his sins, and Fata gets the kill. And Archangel, they just can't kill Mind Control. But now if Ace, perhaps they can. They do get the silence, looking for the stomp, and they will get it using the double edge, and Chaos Knight should be dying here. He did go for the drums, and Archangel, he has been slain. And NiP, This is how they find their way back, denying the momentum that Pain Gaming were working so hard to try and gain. The middle lane, just trying to get a bit of a push in. Saksa and PPD. I mean, CK, he hasn't really shown, you know, all these blink ganks in yet because obviously he doesn't have the blink dagger, but he is second on the net worth with the drow. And this is before they've even taken tier 1 towers. That's just from all the kills, the very key kills, bounty runes as well. And now, will they look for a Roche attempt? I think not. This is very risky. We haven't seen a black hole. We're grouping up around the Dire jungle, NiP, looking for that one straggler who could have been there, but Pain Gaming, they have no interest in being in that Dire jungle. And this is what we call the discount Shadow Blade. You know, it's the Invis room, basically. You don't get the bonus damage on the movement speed, but they should suspect, you know, especially now that they've shown 2 heroes top 2 cores especially. They should suspect that their Dire jungle is not safe. And Pain Gaming will be looking to play at least in the bottom half of the map. PPD. Perhaps a Winter's Curse. Yes, he will. Trying to kill someone, but the tower will go to the CK. So like, alright, the tip comes out, but PPD, you know, it's free. Just try it anyways. But he sees Saksa, blinks in, gets the bounty rune, looking for the combos. But look, once again, the Stampede and Weeha, what are you doing? And he's going to give another kill to another core on the side of NiP, and this time it goes to Ace, increasing his net worth advantage as this Drow Ranger. It's very scary. Fata now, you can see he does 200 a click with the armlet. He's going to be doing more. And the more items which comes up, especially on the Centaur and the Huskar, as this Chen, you're going to have a very hard time. But if those wards, they see mind control, this is the hero which they definitely cannot go on. But Saksa, wow, look at the micro from Misery, just to avoid the shackles, splitting his units away. That's not easy. And Archangel, he doesn't have the Phantasm for a minute and a half. It actually looks like they will just try to defend, try to stall the push, even using the Wild Wing Ripper. The big chicken tornado. It's hot in sea, that's why they need some, you know, need a fan. But the Satyr will go down. Unless, of course, Weeha might be trying for the toss combo, toss them into the Enigma. But this is something which they need to stall. They don't see the Wind Ranger. They do get the Shackle onto the cart, but that will be about it. As Pain Gaming, I'm pretty sure they do not want to take this fight. Well, the CK is still farming, and so is the Drow. Very awkward standoff. And Tavo actually going for the greedy option as the Midas, realizing that this game, you know, Tiny, he's just here to be the tempo. The tempo setter. He's not the hero to actually carry the game. Considering how usually they like to give him these late game heroes, the Invoker, Alchemist, this is not that game. So the task will fall to Tavo and HFN. But oh, actually going in, they do get the debut of the Blink Dagger, and it actually looks like King RD goes down. The support tanking up the gank. And if you're Pain Gaming, you're not too concerned about that loss. But now this is where they need to plan on what they have to do. You know, CK also went from Midas. These are all the comeback Midases. They want to drag things out to the late game where the Huskar won't be as big a pain in the ass as most would expect. Mind Control, however, is a different case. You know, he's going towards the Crimson Guard. They want to start pressuring that tier 1 tower. Huskar is actually going towards the Halberd just to perhaps find the Chaos Knight. By going out for the smoke gank. I think they've realized by now that the Drow is usually alone. So this is a pretty good call if it works. Look at the Drow. He sees nobody on the map. They have wards in their own jungle. They have wards near the enemy jungle. They have wards near the secret shop. They've taken a tier 1 tower. Ace, he's headed to the top. But Saksa, they're one step ahead. NiP. Yep, they will go onto Tavo. And Tavo with the shackle to seal his fate. He is dead. The Hand of God will not save him in this Roche play. Pain Gaming. A very risky play. The Winter's Curse is still up, but NiP, will they discover this in time? It looks like no, that shouldn't be the case. The Medallion as well to help things out. This should accelerate the Roche. But no, they're making their way towards the pit right now. They're popping the Stampede, PPD, they do get the silence, wonderful silence from King RD. They need to get the Roche, Mind Control gets the kill to Archangel, and there we go, the Winter Scars and Mind Control, he gets the Aegis. Wonderful stuff, he steals it. It looks like King RD, it's a disaster for Pain Gaming in the pit as they lose 3. Now chasing towards, they want to find Weeha, but he'll be running to the north. And NiP. Wonderful stuff, and they're all dead. What's... Oh, I don't even know what's happening, but Misery. He's not going to be too happy about it, and that's why I said that Roche attempt was very, very risky. And just like all strats, you win one team fight, that's a tower down, might even potentially be 2. We have yet to see a black hole from Tavo at all. Because of, you know, this is a pick which, this is probably why NiP were confident enough to let the Enigma pick through. Even though this was a hero which they were so happy to play with and pick up every time in the first phase. And Pain Gaming, they will have an uphill task in trying to find a way back into this game. Because the next time they lose a fight, it could potentially be high ground with only one tier 2 tower. And the smoke, NiP, they have no intention of taking their feet off the gas pedal. They want to, in fact, they're adding in the NOS. They're going for the smoke gank. Mind Control, he's seen the Chen. They kind of split up. It's very awkward, but they actually see the Eidolons. Fata, he sees Tavo. They want to go, but they're having a different fight. Looks like King RD, he's going to be gone on by the centaur. Mind Control can't get in front of him. And Pain Gaming somehow get out of that smoke gank without any casualties. And immediately the TP out from Tavo. But the Invis Rune on Fata, looking for a straggler. Archangel. So greedy. They have to stall somehow. They have to stall, but Fata, he sees the Chaos Knight alone. Trying to go in for the solo kill. He pops the Phantasm. Chaos Bot, wonderful follow-up stun for Mind Control. They're taking care of all the illusions, and with a wonderful shackle from Saksa, the CK goes down. There is no Phantasm. This could actually be high ground, but bottom lane Weeha, he's trying to force them back. He's actually going for the tier 3 Ace, the Shadow Blade. He's kind of lurking around. So Tavo, he realizes he needs initiation. It's not about survivability. You can see early on he wanted to go for a Crimson Guard. Right, oh, they found Tavo. They found it, but the Shackle doesn't really connect. But Tavo, will he be forced to use the defensive Black Hole? I hope not. Misery, he sent a Satyr in, but that's all he can do. And of course, with the Frost Arrow, poof. Tavo is dead. A very lackluster game. I said that he needed to be the carry, but he is not living up to these expectations. And NiP extend their gold graph to 10,000. And you can see the itemization. The items are piling in. Mind Control with a very early Crimson Guard after the Blink Dagger. Which means that the CK's illusions don't do too much. Yes, Phantasm does a lot of damage, but the illusions are so squishy early on to all these nukes. Splinter Blast, Power Shot, Double Edge. And NiP, they're just doing a bang-up job with this draw. Once again, they will try for a second attempt. This very sneaky Observer Ward placed at that camp. Does he actually block? They actually went for the block. Very aggressive. But do they want to jump the CK? If they jump the CK successfully, they can actually get high ground. No, he's just trying to do Rat Order. He doesn't see any hero on the map. They don't see anything. They have barely any vision. Smoke is broken. And they already know. Pain Gaming, they pretty much suspect. But Weeha, he's going to take the risky play. He's going to just keep trying to shove this wave out. PPD is dead. They actually get the Winter Scars. The TP is coming in from Mind Control. But immediate blink out. Weeha, wow, the mind games. But Mind Control, you know, being the TI wiener, boys. He knows where he went to. Paying attention to where the direction as well, which the Tiny was facing. Choosing to take the short blink. Imagine if he got the blink stun. That would have been a very, very huge disaster. So 21 in 8. NiP, they can chill. Gonna Maelstrom on the draw. This is another item to help as well with dealing with Phantasm illusions. He desperately needs that BKB. Yes, he's farming up like a boss, but it's a very slow farm rate. Even for the Enigma as well. He's so close to the Blink Dagger. He needs to treasure every CS he can get. He's about 200 gold for the Blink Dagger. And NiP showing that respect to Pain Gaming as they realize they can't really push the high ground, knowing that the Enigma Blink Dagger could be online anytime. And NiP pushing out the bottom lane. They have the tier 2 in their sights. Waiting up for the next Roshan, which will be up in 2.5 minutes potentially. And Misery, this is why I said the Chen pick was... It's kind of hard to play with the Elspeth pick. Because it's very hard. Once you lose, if you lose the laning phase, which is what happened, it's hard to micro these creeps to actually do anything. And at that point, you're fighting for farm with the cores. So Riha, he does take a tower. So some extra gold favoring Pain Gaming at least. They get a bit of respite. And you can see Enigma, they want to pressure the tower. They have to resort to this split push. But Saksa is really fat for a pause 4. He's almost as rich as Riha, if not even fatter. Look at this. He's had a great laning phase, which led to an easy mid game. And now NiP trying to deal with the pest that is Riha. Riha, you don't want to show yourself right now. Oh, but immediate blink out. Wow, they're looking for him with the Arctic Burn, looking for the Shackle. They can't find him. This guy is such a pain in the ass. And this is why sometimes, you know... Oh, okay, going for the bounty and stolen. Tavo immediate blink out. But as I was saying, this is why some teams, they get annoyed playing with Riha. He can be such a creative person. You know, just like throw spells, blink out, throw spells, blink out. He has to keep doing that. And he's playing his role of being a tempo setter or space creator perfectly, which has allowed Tavo and HFN to pretty much farm up all they needed. And the Blink Dagger finally comes online for Tavo. One other thing they can potentially use, which I thought they would like to use, was a toss into a black hole combo. But the way NiP have been playing throughout the mid game is they've been pretty much spreading Pain Gaming apart, not allowing them to 5-man. And we saw, like even early on when they were smoked around this bottom half of the map, they took 2 separate fights. But somehow, they understood what needed to be done. They still won their objectives, these tiny skirmishes, never going one-on-one. Because the time for pickoffs is long gone. Sucks. I'm just trying to get a bit of vision, push out the wave under the tier 3. They have to get the lane shoved out because look at that. He's been playing on opposite ends of the map. NiP are just dancing around like monkeys. At this point, we might call them the monkeys in pajamas. And NiP, they're playing in the bottom half of the map once again. Feeling confident, especially with this Observer Ward. They need some form of vision. Somewhere else. But considering the lack of resources, the restriction, they're doing okay. Even use the card, they get the tower down to half HP. NiP need to be careful that this doesn't end up becoming an even trade. The last thing you want right now, with the way that Pain Gaming is playing, is that you don't want to make sure, so you don't want to let them have that lane of racks. Even if it's a ranged racks, even if it's a melee racks, the creep equilibrium will be very annoying to deal with. And if Tavo somehow farms up their BKB, this could be very, very difficult. But then again, on second thought, you know, they have the Winter's Curse, they have the Drought, they have overwhelming amounts of physical damage. Look at that, the BKB is already up on the Drow Ranger. Actually, it feels like this game, Ace perhaps could be thinking of a Butterfly. He could actually just complete the Meonia for the extra attack speed, the extra lightning damage procs. Riha Shadowblade, Silver Zedge to deal with the Huskar. Okay, this is good, this is good. I can see that. I actually contemplated the Assault Cuirass. Send back from the chin. Smoked up Liquid, they want to walk into their own jungle. They want to, I would say, clean out their home. The Pest Extermination team is on the way. And looks like King RD, he does get out Ace. He knows his smoke has broken. And once again, Pain Gaming dodge another bullet. And they will be playing on the other side of the map now. But look at the amount of sentries just peppering the map on the left side. So the Blade Mill could be built for the Tiny this game. Okay, considering since he's not going to be getting too much farm, he wants to get whatever, you know, whatever damage items he can get, even anything to contribute. And the way he's been using his Blink Dagger has been so cautious. the tiniest hint of a spell, he uses it. So Misery, he's actually going to walk in, place the ward. But unfortunately, this is going to be dewarded. So if anyone spots that out, they will know that Pain Gaming were there. So once again, trying to find people. They've actually found someone. It will be King RD. Once again, King RD taking up the scapegoat role. And he actually will end up dying. Riha wandering around with this Observer ward. This is a very nice one. It's rare. It's very underutilized. But this gives them good vision around the Roche pit just in case that hero's coming from the back line. It allows you peace of mind. And you can see the emphasis on this Roshan. So Liquid, they don't want to take that risk, especially with the black hole. The last thing you want is to give away a Roshan. But Pain Gaming, will they decide to contest this? And they're actually pinging it out. Here, Ospit's coming in. He's TPing it. Perhaps thinking for an Aegis Steal. He's actually looking for the Aegis Steal. He's priming himself for that position. He goes in. Oh, but Fata's taking it. And looks like King RD, he's about to go down another time. He actually picks up the cheese, but that will be his consolation prize. He really wanted that cheese. If he got the Aegis, that would have been amazing. But it was a good attempt. And again, luckily as well, because he's so underleveled compared to everyone else, his spawn timer is relatively short, so that's why he could afford to go for such a risky play. And Pain Gaming go back to this, pushing out both lanes. Oh, they know that Ace is alone. Tavo, they found Ace. They get the stun. They will use the black hole into the drown. And without the drown, they cannot go high ground. The BKB was used, but too late. It doesn't matter. A dominating streak going the way of the CK. The BKB is up. The Mantis Tower is almost complete. And the longer this drags on, this could actually still end up going to Pain Gaming. And look at that gold graph. It's starting to dip in favor of Pain Gaming. And there's a bit of hope for the Brazilians. So he can pretty much afford his Blade Mail soon. Probably out to purchase it. King RD just babysitting the double damage rune. He's had no luck with the Spirit Vessel. It actually feels like Aeon Discs could be very valuable this game. So these are one of the flaws of the Drow strat. Like Pain Gaming, they've done very well to weather the storm. Oh, Weeha, he might find PPD. Yes, he can. The Avalanche, the toss, the spank, and down goes PPD. And the Winter Wyvern. Oh, they get a wonderful shackle onto the Tiny, but he's very, very tanky. The illusion's coming in from the CK, and that will force Saksa back. Weeha, this pest. But yet, he's been that shining hope for Pain Gaming as he's been opening the map. And NiP just don't seem to have a response to this play. Misery even going for the Vladimir's offering any cheap items. This is just them going for pure efficiency, using the carts, the Helmet Doms, you know, just whatever they can, push out the side lanes. And the very fact that the waves are pushing in, and the illusions, you see the towers are taking damage, they're taking significant damage. If you talk about tier 3 siege damage, it actually, NiP, they've actually done way lesser than Pain Gaming, and Pain Gaming are closer to going high ground. But with the black hole down for a short while, NiP, they're going to try and siege. They're done. They're saying, alright, we're done letting you be pests. We're going to do whatever we can. They laid on the Midnight Pause, trying to stall the push. The fortification is there. But do they want to go? There's a massive army amassing in the bottom half of the top half of the map, in the top lane. And the tower actually looks like it will go down. They will get the tier 3 tower, so NiP do finally break some ground. Going all the way in, Fata pops the BKB, going for the border smash back. King RD, he tried to stall, he tried to cancel TPs. Black hole to the back line. Archangel, he's going to destroy Ace. Where are you going to Fata? There is no more black hole. They had an overwhelming amount of damage from the CK, and looks like the Wind Ranger gets away with getting 1 kill. It will be a 3-for-1 trade. Top lane, they tried for the siege, but looks like Misery end up going down to Misery. To Mind Control. And to PPD. The Winter's Curse was used. But for Pain Gaming, they hold the high ground. They haven't lost the lane of racks, but this just means that NiP can finally move on to taking their next objectives, which will be the shrines. And the best part about it was Aegis wasn't even expended during that fight, and now they can start to group up kinda again. Riha, they were pinging out the Winter Wyvern. Getting one of those sneaky die wards down. The top lane, the siege continues. They have the double siege cards. They might actually get a tier 3 tower from this. Very nicely done. And the rat is real. The last time I saw something like this happen was CSW playing the Chen rat for the 1 hour game. But this is only 33 minutes in. And this CK is very big. Once he gets the heart, these illusions are going to be such a pain in the ass. Weeha, he tried for the range racks, actually forcing out the fortification. Centaur, he doesn't have any detection at all. They can't find anything. Fata, they pop the dust, but Weeha is well out of harm's way. And look at that goal graph just continuously. They're paying gaming step by step, finding their way back into the game. And the Drow, you know, there's no point having all those items if the CK just gets on top of you with like, what, 5, 6 illusions. They don't have great amounts of AoE on the side of NiP. And this game one, I have to say, like, this is starting to favor them quite nicely. So just getting the D-wards out. NiP will have no choice but to play around Shrine, to wait for the next Roshan, potentially up in 2.5 minutes. Let's take a look at buybacks. Who has buybacks? Huskar has buyback on the side of the Radiant, the Wyvern, and for the Dire side, you know, it's on the Tiny, the Enigma, the Chen, not on the CK. He's actually going all in. He's picked up the Heart, and he's reaching that level 25. Don't forget, the Reality Rift armor reduction means that heroes like Huskar are just going to get shredded. All you need is the Silver's Edge to break the Berserker's blood, or you can break the Return on the Centaur, which means that, you know, this hero won't be as tanky as you would like. Sheever's Guard, he's still trying to farm up the AC. He's actually picking up the Boots of Travel so that he can deal with the rat. But Pain Gaming, you know, they've kind of evolved. If you've noticed over the course of this game, they went from ratting one lane to the rest of the cores were farmed, and then that's when they started splitting out 2 lanes. So it's not always going to be one lane, not always the same style, not always the same tactics. They're adapting accordingly. And at the same time, I'm pretty sure they'll be confident enough to fight. And when you reach a certain boiling point of the game, you know, when they start to rat, they will also start setting up ambushes if you're Pain Gaming. If you're NiP, I mean, what can you do? Yes, you can try for a small gank like this. You hope for the best. Weeha sees the Splinter Blast, so he knows what he needs to do. But Zyori, he's probably gonna die here. Yep, the life break, sorry. And he ends up going down, so they know where all the NiP heroes are. But look at Misery. Notice how he stands at the high ground purely because he knows that if there are heroes coming back, this is the best place for him to hide. In that tiny little tuck corner. He sees Saksa, but will he be enough to get the solo kill? Bash, bash, bit. Oh, he actually gets the hit. Blinks out immediately. But he needs to run. He can't run. Mind control is there. Chasing after Weeha. 2 of these heroes once again. And this is Pain Gaming's opportunity to try and make something happen in the middle lane. Archangel charging down mid. This Observer actually spots them out. They could kill Fata if they regroup. But NiP very quick to respond. They knew what was potentially going to happen from Pain Gaming. And that 10,000 gold graph is almost gone. It's very even between these 2 teams. And I said from the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, that this game was not going to be a stomp. This was clearly going to be a very even series. And these 2 teams are showing it. Both teams wanting the mental advantage to see who has that motivation in the first game of the group stages here in Group A at the KL Major. And Ace actually picking up the Aghanims, not completing the Mjolnir. But then we have seen these machine gun draws, Aghanims, Mjolnir, and you basically pew 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 pew. You're going to hear the zip zaps flying around like Thor was on Earth. Huskar, you know, BKB, a Salqueras on the way. Wyvern, Blink and Ether Lens. Oh, Weeha, you don't want to stay here, Weeha. You want to get out. Do they have a gem? There is a gem on mind control. And Weeha, once he saw Fata, he's like, nope, I'm immediately out. They don't have vision there as well. He's going to just try and cut the creep wave. I'm sure of it. Or not. He can't take that risk. They could actually go for a side ambush right now from the flank. If they could just find here as Weeha Trying to go into Fata with the Wild Avalanche. Weeha, he's been spotted. He's going to go over to the Avalanche, tossing Mind Control away. The Stampede, the Boulders Mask catches him. Fata, the Henrik trying to save him, but looks like King RD is going to get sniped off by Ace. Now blinking away. Weeha will survive for now. CK going to pop the Phantasm, right-clicking away Fata. He's sandwiched him into a corner. The Winter's Curse won't do anything for the Enigma. He's been caught by the draw. He's going to get right-clicked down in the BKB. Won't do anything. Blackhawk won't even be used. There is no buyback on him. And look at the Husker. We're going to get right-clicked down by Chaos Knight. He needs to hard carry this by far. We might see the buybacks out here. Him against the wall. They will get the buyback on him. We have 4 heroes bringing on CK, and they will finally kill him. Ace with the ultra kill. And no buybacks on the side of Pain Gaming. This is a disaster. And NiP, they have finally found their opening. Weeha actually killing off Ace. The sneaky play. And looks like he actually will end up going down here. But without the main sieging heroes, this could be a big opening. He's actually bought them time. Weeha, he's happy to sacrifice his life for the cause. Mind Control and PPD, they're too low to push. Saksa can try. He doesn't have the focus fire. But with that, a dieback on the Tiny. NiP, will they actually consider pushing, buying out, getting used the buybacks for the siege? They have Tavo up in 20 seconds, and they can try 40 seconds before the CK, and over at the top lane. There's a huge creep wave. They could actually lose the range racks. Ace has bought back. They want to commit. Actually even using the BOT. They want to get that first lane of racks, which they will finally get. Misery using the Wild Wing Ripper just to cancel the Tornado. But top lane, the range racks has already fallen, so Pain Gaming will not be too pleased with that. But it will be the best exchange that they could have gotten, considering the circumstances of this game at the moment. But do not be fooled that even now, this game is still very much even. We saw the power of that CK, how 4 heroes struggled to kill him. And if they can just get the right initiation, Tavo needs to step up. Right now it feels like nerves are getting a hold of him. CK may even be forced to go for Butterfly. They found the real CK. They get the shackle onto him. The chain stuns and all. He doesn't have buyback. The CK, he's actually going to go down in 90 seconds without the Chaos Knight. This is a massive disaster. And NiP will be happy to see High Ground here. They're going to need the wombo combo of their lives. They pop the Winter's Curse. They want to find the Enigma going all the way down to the TFOs. Mind Control gets the stun. Because Fata with the life break, they will get the Chen. Looks like both of them die. And the GG is called from Pain Gaming. NiP, they take game 1. This game started out very shaky for Pain Gaming. They had their, I would say they actually could have taken this game. So if anything, Pain Gaming, they will have to discuss right now. I would feel at least after this game, they would take the 5 minutes to discuss. Should they, do they still want to ban the draw? I actually feel like draw will be first phase ban. You can see Mind Control, perfect game, 8-0 and 14. And this graph was so shaky, but NiP never lost their, the resolve.